Hello, hello. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. How are you? I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you the purest of love and light. The purest of love and light. God is for us. Who can be against us? You're on top. You're going higher. You are blessed. You're highly favored. And you're highly, highly protected, I must add. So, welcome if this is your first time. Returning soul travelers, new soul travelers, thank you so very much for your continuous love and your support. Couldn't do it without you. So glad that you're here. So glad that we're doing this thing called life and we're journeying, partnering together wherever you are in your corner of the world, sending you love, purest of love and light. So, the song For a Moment Like This. For a moment like this, some people wait a lifetime. It's like for a lot of you, a lot of us who have been playing the background for a long time. This is your moment. This is our moment. And there is nothing that no one can do about it. God says it, and it's already done. So with this first card, the Act card, taking action, a call to action, with the Aries Act. I was reading up a little bit about Aries, and it's like it's spring. It's the beginning of spring. So for a lot of you, it's like you're springing forward, you're moving, you're taking action. It's like you're no longer sitting it out and playing safe or playing small. You're no longer dumbing down yourself to please others, to make other people happy either. You are beginning to move into your new territory and you're cutting to the chase. You're going to be your own hero. You're showing up for yourself. And so you're also learning to trust divine direction and courage to begin whatever journey that you're going on, that you're endeavoring on. It's taking charge of your life, taking control of your life. Again, not just rolling over and play dead, having people come push you over. It's like those days, that person is dead and gone long time ago. You are no longer, you have shaken off the grave clothes and you are risen. And now, yes, action, action. This is what you're about. Action speaks louder than words. You're showing people more than you can tell them. You're just moving. Whether this is moving in silence, moving outside, but it's like it's your action. That's what you're standing on. You're standing on your action and you're letting that speak for itself. You're not telling people, oh, I love you, but you're showing people love. You're showing people acts of kindness. You're showing people how it's done and how it should be done. This reminds me of, like earlier, I went to one of the big box stores and I went into the stationery aisle. So don't judge me, all. I have a little weakness for pens. I love pens. And so I wanted a Reading pen. So I got one. It's two for like $2 and change. Not bad, right? For the price. But then there is this other one, the fancier ones that start with Dr. something. And so I wanted to buy that one. It's like $6.58. So I picked it up along with my other groceries and I took them to the cashier. When we were finished, I said, do I have everything? She said, yes. Went to pack them away in the car. When I looked, and I know God showed it to me because clearly it's like I would have never looked for them until I reach home, right? So when I looked, I saw the Reading pen and it triggers me somehow to look for the other one. And I searched in all the bags. The other pen was not there. And I thought about it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to go back in there, walk all, the way back to the cashier. Maybe time passed, I would have probably just let it go, like whatever, but it's like, no, I am going to get my pen. So I make sure to check the receipt first to make sure that it was paid for, and it was. So it's like, why would she tell me I have everything and then, it wasn't in my bag? So I walked back in the store and I went to the cashier and I saw my pen was right there, where they put the scanner and all of that. And I walked like behind her a little bit and I said, that's my pen, can I have it please? She did not look at me at all. She just picked up the pen and handed it to me. I guess with her eyes down, she could still recognize me by my clothing. But she handed me the pen. And it's like, I stopped and I looked at her and she just kept her head down. Normally when when something like this happens and it's a mistake, the person would say, oh, I'm sorry, my apologies, I saw it, but by the time I looked, you were already gone. Nothing at all. She would not make any eye contact with me at all. So it leads me to believe that she purposefully took the pen. Of course, she couldn't put it in her pocket then, but I'm sure maybe at the end of her shift, she could just pick it up with whatever else she has for herself and just walk away with it. Because it's pretty expensive for just a pen. But still, there were no apologies. She would not make eye contact. It's like I stood there, I'm like giving her the look like, what's up with that? And she just would not look at me. She would never look at me. So I'm saying that to say is, in this day and time, a lot of us who have allowed things to slide by just to, go along to get along, it's like you're no longer doing that anymore. Playing coy to please people. You're standing up and you're taking the reign and you're taking your power back. It's like you're going over there and you're snatching back. You're grabbing back what the enemy took from you. It's like, give that back to me. It is mine. It's from my ancestor. You may have gotten away with that with my grandmother, my grandfather, with my mom, but no, you're not going to get away with that with me this time. I am the generation curse breaker here. And you're showing up in that power. It's like you're not being rude or aggressive or anything, but you're letting people know, hey, I know what you're doing. I know what you have done. And so with that, it's like, even like with the ram here, it's like people may look serious in their face, but at the same time, it's like they cannot defend themselves when it comes to what they have done to you, because they know it's the truth. They know they wrong you. Inside, they're really scared. It's like a cat trying to roar like a lion. So on the outside, she had the pen there. It would look like to anybody as if it's hers. But see, when the rightful owner step up for it, the enemy will have to turn it over. Can't debate it. I have the receipt to show this is mine and I already paid for it. I already paid for it. So it's you taking charge of your life in this season, in this time, not allowing people to push you over or just, oh, I'm too tired to fight. And so you give up and just play dead. And then the enemy thinks that they won. While they go away, I mean, if this is a case where she purposefully stole the pen, it's like she would take it home to make it look as if it's hers. She have this wonderful pen, probably would even pass it off, give it to somebody else as a gift. If it's a case where she purposefully took it, the only reason why people would take things is because they're jealous, they're envious. They think that it should be theirs or you shouldn't get it. So they think it's okay to take it, even though they did not pay for it, even though they did not go through the blood, sweat, and tears for it. And yes, even though it's impossible for people to take your destiny, the enemy, they don't think so. This is what they've been trying to do. Everything the enemy is trying to do, it's impossible, but it doesn't stop them from trying though. People are still curious. People are still working towards how they can sabotage and steal your destiny. Because people probably look in or they see how your life is going and they think that they should be a part of it. So it's like, I know that it's impossible because it is in you. Your gifts, your calling, it is in you. It's inside of you. It's not on you. So the moment you leave this earth, whatever it's in you, it goes. But they don't think that way. They think that they can, whatever, siphon your energy, do some hoodoo voodoo, and just pull it from you. And it's the same way people who are criminal, they will try to take away what you have, knowing that they're not deserving of it. And a lot of you, you're saying no more. You're saying no more. And yes, with the dignified card here, it's like your voice matters. You're speaking up for yourself. And you're trusting yourself right now. It's like you're prepared for this moment. Whatever this next phase, this next season that you're going into, and it so happened we're going into spring soon, and that's what Aries symbolize. You are prepared for this. It's like you have been training for this. And so that is how the song For a Moment Like This comes to me as well. You waited for lifetimes for this. You worked hard. It's like going to school for months and years, and finally it's time for graduation. It's like working out. You've built the muscles that you've built in your body. You trained for that. And so for this season, this chapter, this time that you're getting into, it's like you build up everything that you need for this time and this place for where you're going. Yes, abundance. For this next season, 23, that's change. For this next season that you're going into, you're going to be blessed. And a part of you getting this blessing is you being able to let go and let God, not being fearful. Again, not being afraid to speak up. Speak up for yourself. You deserve a raise. You need a promotion. And you're letting your company know that. Or else you're leaving. You're not happy. You're speaking up in your connections, your relationships. You're letting people know how you feel when you're in their presence. Especially if it's a case where you're not happy. You're not allowing people to get away with anything anymore. Because now you realize abundance is your birthright. You don't need to settle for crumbs. And abundance is there for the children of God. Abundance is not there for devil worshippers and people who dibble-dabble in iniquity and people who want to hijack and ride off of the energy and the coattails and to cloak themselves in the energy of divine ones. What you think? You're going to play games with God to say that I am the chosen one when you're not. No, this Esau Jacob thing, it's not gonna work. God knows who is deserving of this abundance, and it's the ones who have been taking actions, the ones who have been speaking up, speaking the truth, the ones who have been shooting in the gym, working tirelessly, the ones who have been isolated, laughed at, talked about, scorned, mocked. They have been imprisoned. It's like you've done the serve your time. You serve your time. You've been through the tests and the trials, and now this is your harvest. This is your harvest, and this is what I'm saying. If we don't stand strong, it's like the enemy thinks that they are entitled to our blessings and our abundance and our fortunes. They are planning, they're strategizing how they're gonna take it away from us. And the last card at the back, it's the Saturn structure. And for a lot of you, a lot of us, our ancestors call us to wisdom and maturity, to know your gifts and limitations. So a lot of you, it's like you're initiated into what is it that you're called to be, what empowers you. So a lot of you, you're stepping in that phase of maturity and personal authority. Yes, you're taking back control of your life. You're realizing that you gave your hearts to people who have no hearts. They collect hearts in a jar for fun. You're realizing that you invested in the wrong people, places, and things, in a dead-end job for years that bring no fulfillment. Yes, it's comfortable because you know everybody, but it's like when you look at cost of living, it's not, again, the math is not math, and it just does not add up. So all the areas that you have been settling in love relationships that are loveless, you're just running up the years, but you really haven't truly lived. You're around people, but you're still lonely. It's like it doesn't make sense. So this is a time when you're making decisions on your behalf. You're pushing yourself to do better, to be disciplined in areas of our life that is slacking. You're being pushed to prove what you know, both to yourself and to others. It's like if you need a mentor, you're going to get a mentor. Whatever it is that you need to get to the next level, you're going to do it. You're learning to honor people, but you're not going to give your power away. So you're being respectful, but you're going to stand up for yourself politely. Yes. So at this time, your experience and your wisdom is allowing you to make wise decisions. If you feel like people are overstepping their boundaries, you're going to let them know, and you're going to hold them accountable. Yeah, it's like you've been through enough, you know you are enough. And so it's like you have studied, you cope with a lot, and you grow up. Now you're all grown up. You're not the same person who they left. They buried you not knowing you're a seed. And now they come back looking for the seed. Now you're a tree bearing fruits, and they're confused because it's like, wait, when we left him here, when we left the soul triber here, we left them under the ground, a seed. They were supposed to be dead. But this tree's here bearing fruits, and now they're scratching their head, looking around like, is this really the place? Because you're no longer settling. And this is why a lot of people, they're coming back, and it's like you cannot relate anymore. You can't relate. Because they're expecting you to just take them in how they used to play you and have you before. And it's like, no more. There is the door. You hear the rhyme? I love it. I love it. Yeah, so a lot of you with the Chariot, you are intentional as far as taking control, the direction, the willpower, stepping in the driver's seat. For a lot of you, a lot of us, we gave the steering wheel over to apprentices. People who can't even drive. They don't even, they run every stop sign. They broke all the rules. Road rage and all. They run amok in and over our lives. And it's like, no, you're like, no more. I am taking the wheel, or this is only a vehicle for one. You know, people coming back, no, you're not welcome. And you're just saying it. Not only you're saying it, but you're moving away. You can't touch me, you can't hug me. No, we don't have that connection anymore. Yeah, it's like Ace of Cups. This is a brand new you. This is a brand new self-love that you have for yourself. For a lot of you, you're coming into yourself where you're owning your own creativity. Because again, it's like, now when you had an opportunity to be by yourself, when you had to grow in the darkness, you realize you have gifts. You have gifts, you have talents. And now it's like you're fulfilled. Emotionally, you are more intelligent. You're awakened now. It's like, now I know what I desire. I know what I deserve. You can no longer play games with me. You can't trick me anymore. I'm not the one. And I'm telling you, a lot of these people, they're not going to be happy. Like I said, that lady, she could not look me in the face. She knew my voice. She was probably she was looking down, but I know she identified me by my clothing. Because how could she just gave the pen to me, no question asked. She didn't want to see the receipt, make sure that it's me. She had no apologies. So the enemy knows who you are. But see, the way I left out of that store, not knowing at the moment what she did to me, I did not come back with that same mentality. Because now I have proof that I paid for it. Now, if I did not pay for the pen, if I looked at my receipt and I realized, oh, she did not cash it, then I wouldn't go back in the store. It would be pointless unless I want to pay for it or go to pick up another one. But not after going through that line. You know, stand there, standing on right leg, switch to left leg, you know, looking left and right. No, I wasn't going to go back through that if I didn't have it, the receipt that it was paid for. But when I found out, realized I paid for it, oh yes, that's mine. That's my blessing, and it has my name on it. And it's like, no, I'm not going to roll over and play dead. I am going to persevere. I am going to run. I'm going to stay the course. Even though I had to walk back in there, but that's mine. You don't have any authority over what is mine. Yeah. Yeah. So for a lot of you, it's like a lot of people are going to realize that they have to, with the Four of Swords, lay things to rest. Cease and desist, I'm hearing. Because again, when they realize that you know what you know, what are they fighting for? She knew that I was right. So she might, what is she going to call the manager for? She couldn't. So a lot of people, they're going to have to step back. Leave well alone. Because they know by right that it's yours. It is yours. It is yours. Amen. It's yours. 9 of Pentacles here. This luxury, this profit, this success, this home, this car, whatever it is, this connection, this relationship, it's yours. You work hard for this. Again, they were not there when you were shooting in the gym. They were not there when you were toiling up through the night, waking up early, going to bed late. This is yours, and the enemy wants to take. I don't think so. Not today, not ever, Satan. I mean, I know that. Yeah, the Empress. This is who you are. Again, creativity, you're abundant. A lot of you, I'm telling you, under this Ace of Cups, you're coming into the realization of who you are and the power that you hold. When these people thought that they were the ones bringing you blessings and good luck, you're realizing, but hold on, the blessing lies with me. Because if the blessing did not lie with me, or if it doesn't lie with me, why is it they want to come back? Why is it they're so adamant to take from me? You're gonna take from somebody who have something, right? Or they assume you have something. This is why they're going to try to take from you. A lot of these people, they're realizing, or they know now, if they didn't before, that you are the Empress. You are the one who made them look good. You are the one who took them as nothing and made them into something, because that's what you do. You turn lead into gold. The power lies within you. And so they will just have to lay it to rest as you await for your ships to come in here, 3 of Wands. As your opportunities and your success come in, as you take what is yours, because you already put the work in, as you take these things back, they have nothing else to do but to watch you come into your blessings, your opportunities, and your success. As your ships come in, they will just have to watch you. Yeah. As you move on to calmer water, these people are going to be stuck here in stalemate, blind to the truth. Yeah. They have nothing to say. Nothing to say. With the sword, it's like they can't say anything. They're dumbfounded. Because like this woman, she probably thought I would never know, because maybe if I had driven home and then realizing it's not there, but at this point, I think I would have gone back to the store anyway. But, you know, they probably think that you're not going to find out. You're not going to know. And you're going to think maybe I lost it somewhere, but no. So when you show up and show out in your authority that is given to you by God, you know it's yours. You know for a fact. These people are going to be shocked. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Disappointed, sadness, and in regret. Embarrassed too. They embarrassed themselves. The only reason why she couldn't look at me, she was embarrassed. and I look back to look at her name tag, I was going to stop at customer service, and I'm like, I think that's enough punishment for the day. And I hope and I pray that she learned her lesson. If I go back to that store, I'll be looking at the cashier to see if that's hers. Yes, because you're the high priestess. You'll be knowing. You know some stuff. Like I said, that inner voice, you're trusting it. When I saw only that one, the pack with the red pens, it's like right away, I got the urge. I felt it in my gut to look for the other pens, and I kept searching. It wasn't there. It's that knowing. When God shows up again, sometimes God is testing us to see, are you going to just walk away? Again, you have to know when to Kenny Rogers them, but sometimes you got to know when to stand up, when to go to war. Yes, stand up for what's yours, your marriage, your home, your belonging. You are the star. Hope, faith, rejuvenation, spirituality, that is your birthright, to be seen, to shine, not to dim yourself down for a moment like this. You waited lifetimes, you waited for years, months for this opportunity. Don't let it pass you by. Four of Pentacles, don't let it pass you by. Queen of Cups, King of Cups, I love it for you. I love it for us. Until next time, be blessed for a moment like this.